Here is some advice that I want to give, that when I was writing my little story that I took, I apologize, I suppose, because my story might not sound Hollywood, but I'm not competing with Hollywood. I'm competing with myself. Anyways, as you grow up, you realize that no one really knows what they're really doing. Nobody really knows life for real. The goal is only to be close to God. So we keep growing to try to learn life as correctly as we possibly can. Your parents are learning life correctly, the best way they can. They might not even be smarter than you. Anyways, to continue. There is many women who grow up hurt. So they do everything they can to make sure they raise perfect wives for men. Or they try to create the perfect men for somebody's daughter. Something their mother also, something their parent also did to them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hurt, so I try to create the perfect daughter for someone's son. Or some guy is hurt, he tries to create the perfect children for someone else's children to marry. And that's okay, I guess. But that doesn't, what some parents don't even realize is that everything you ever taught your child is gonna go up against it as they become an adult. So please make it easy for your kids to be able to have both a teacher and a best friend as they go through this. I hate having speech problems. But it's okay. I'm fine. That just made me lose interest in even making this. It's just embarrassing. Anyways, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to give up. We must stop selling the happily ever after fantasy to our children. We must stop telling children they are the prize when finding love with God is the prize. Because if you don't teach them about God, they will eventually forget about it. And forgetting your creator comes with a cost. The whole identity crisis thing comes to play because you don't know where you belong, where you truly belong. And that is, you belong with the person that created you. I can't say person, may God forgive me. You belong to the creator of the universe, because we truly don't know what God looks like. To continue. Cooking and cleaning does not keep a man. He will eat, be full, and go lay on another woman's laps to reflect on how good your meal was. You're welcome. I had to add that in there. If your mother forced you to marry, it's not going to last. If you rushed to get married, it's not going to last. If he doesn't have God, it's not going to last. If you don't have God, it's not going to last. If you don't have a self-identity, it's not going to last. If you're too hooked to the system, it's not going to last. You're welcome. That is why divorce is a very profitable business in America. To continue. If you were traumatized as a child, you will eventually unintentionally repeat it towards your children. Men are the creatures that need plenty of therapy in so many cultures. Religion alone does not make a perfect man. If he is slaved by the systematic issues his parents created, he's not good for nobody. And a man who worships God but isn't connected to God is deemed to fail. A lot of people believe in God because of trauma. And I'm saying in a way where your habits of God were beaten into you. And you worship God out of fear instead of out of love. So you benefit nobody in the long run anyways, because you're going to try to submit someone's child into the same way you worship God. And that's not, it's not going to work. Anyways, to continue. An unhealed man will make you his slave eventually. Religion trauma creates unhealthy households. This ain't the movies. Okay? Don't try to be like, oh, I'm going to have a life like the movies. No, you're not. You're going to whoop that ass. Stay safe. Most parents are refugees, so their PTSD from back home in their country is not going to work in the system that runs America. I hope you remember that. I think I need to do a whole segment on that specific thing alone, because I would write all day because of that. And to continue. What's next after, you rushed to marriage and got divorced? Now you heal. If you got married young, or you got married while you were traumatized and never healed, after you get a divorce, now comes the journey of you learning yourself. Keep a journal. Write down what you like, what you don't like. Cut friends off. Cut them off. Don't even give them an explanation. Do as you want. Please. Do not try to harm your body. Please. But with information wise, please learn everything you need to learn about the human mind. Psychology. Learn psychology. The most beautiful thing that ever happened to me was when I spiritually woke up, I connected with everything with love. With love. Everything I'm learning right now is with love. It's not with hatred. I'm in love with the world. I'm in love with everything I learn. I love to know where someone fucked up. Like, oh, that's what America did. Oh, damn. Like, I'm learning everything without being heated and so, agitated. Like, I'm learning everything with love for myself and love for my people. You can correct your enemy in a lot of ways, but I'm not the type of person to like aggression. So what I'm just trying to say is relearn life, relearn to love yourself and love your people as a Black person. There's something special about being Black. And I'm not going to try to be a lunatic, because there's a lot of people who go out of their way to sound very, very lunatic. I think. I know that sounds wrong to say. Crazy. I'm just gonna say crazy. Okay? They be cuckoo. What's that TikTok thing that says estoy loco? I think. I'm hilarious. But anyways, yeah. To continue. Mostly everybody wanted a fairy tale wedding who was abused. Anyone who was abused dreamt of a fairy tale wedding. Yeah, if you're abused, you're a product of the system. If you're abused, the system was going to tell you, come here. The dunya, the world, is going to tell you, come here. I know I can give you what your parents can't. And it'd be a lie. It cannot give you what your parents gave you, and your parents didn't give you what you needed. What you need is God. Anyways. Americans are brainwashed at a young age to find Prince Charming. You feel me? And I don't want to sound wrong, but I feel like Americans, as in not really black Americans go through their own phase. And that has to be a topic for another specific time, because there is something about an African who so badly wants to be accepted by the American system. There's just something wrong with that. I'll go into that next time, but like I'm intrigued by that. But Americans worship the American system like it's a Bible. The American laws, they worship these things like it's a Bible. Like they're so in love with it, but it's corrupt. The Bible might be corrupted, then your American government is corrupted, and you worship both of these things and not wonder like what's going on. You're crazy. You're crazy if you're not questioning everything. Like, why is your government telling you to hate black people? Question everything. I did. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna sound racist, and I'm not racist. I don't hate anybody. I do think people are very psychotic, though. So there's that. I'm not racist. I got white friends. I'm just joking. I don't got no white friends. But that doesn't mean I'm trying not to have white friends. I've met a bunch of nice individuals from every aspect of my life. Yeah. So, yeah. I think that was it. I think that was just my notes for... That was my notes for the little story I did. But I hope you liked it. That's all. Thank you. Take care of your family. Please ask questions. A smart person will ask questions. Matter of fact, a smart person will take a book and critically think about a question and answer it themselves, then do research and match answers and see if anyone else thinks like them. Me, I love when I do some research and I find people who agree with me. I'm like, ooh, I found my people. Even if the heifer was a white person, I'll be like, ooh, that's me right there. Yeah, be that. All right, deuces.